What is going on, you guys? Welcome to the Racy Podcast. This is your host, Cristopher Zamora. Welcome to the show. So today, guys, I want to speak to you about a UFC fighter. He's a beast. He's a predator. And probably he could be very unstoppable. He's a problem in his division he just entered. I'm talking about Khamzat Chimaev. This guy went one-on-one against Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman defended his title that he had 5 times, right? He has only been knocked down only once in his career, and that was with Leon Edwards. Nobody has ever taken him down before, and Leon Edwards was the first one to do it. But on this fight that just happened on UFC 294, Khamzat Chimaev took him down at least 3 to 4 times, man. Wow, this guy is insane. I've told you about this guy before. This guy is scary. I wouldn't want to be in the cage with him. And we're just like 3 years apart, but this guy is a beast, dude. Ooh, that was an epic fight. I really did enjoy that fight. Damn, I can't believe how he actually went. Well, he actually did win by decision. It was by majority decision. Khamzat Chimaev actually won the very first round. In the first round, most of the whole round, they just spent it on the ground, and Khamzat Chimaev was on top of Kamaru Usman almost the whole round. And on the second round, they were mostly just striking at each other. And I believe that Kamaru Usman actually did get that round. He got the better shots, but like things have changed with Khamzat Chimaev ever since he fought Gilbert Burns. Because if you have seen that fight before, when he fought Gilbert, he was actually just trying to go for the finish. He was trying to go for the KO or try to submit the guy as fast as he can. But in this match, he was like very patient. This was like something we have never really seen Khamzat Chimaev do. This was a first. It really was. Khamzat Chimaev, man, he's just getting better and better on each match that goes on in his career. Maybe if he did not get that knockdown in the last round, maybe it could have gone into a draw, to be honest. But still, man, he was able to take down Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman was one of the greatest welterweights of all time. He still is, but he just got beaten by a hungry guy, a guy that is very hungry, and it's Khamzat Chimaev. That's, I believe, his 4th loss in his career. Kamaru Usman, I don't know, man. Ever since he has lost to Leon Edwards for the very first time. No, he wasn't even the first time. They actually did fought together once before, and Leon Edwards lost that fight. Kamaru Usman won the first one, and Kamaru Usman lost the second one by KO. And the third one, Leon Edwards won by decision. I was so surprised how Chimaev has evolved. Like, each fight, he's just getting better and better. This guy is a problem, man. This guy, he's gonna be an issue for everybody in that division. In the new division he just entered. I think it is middleweight. Damn, it was a good fight. I wish there was a lot more action, like the one with Gilbert Burns and him. But there was a lot of suspense to see what was going to happen. Like if Chimaev was actually going to ragdoll Kamaru Usman around. Because this guy has never lost before, and he has had 12 wins in total and 0 losses. He somewhat did in the beginning, in the very first round. He was kind of dominating him, and Kamaru Usman could not do anything about it. They say that probably in that round, Chimaev might have gotten 10 points and Kamaru Usman might have gotten 8 points because what I saw, he really wasn't doing much. He was just trying to defend himself from the attacks that Chimaev was giving him. And yeah, I do believe that that round was graded right. 10 points for Chimaev and Usman got 8 points for that round. And for the second round, yeah, I think it was a 10-9 going for Kamaru Usman. And also for the third round, it was a 10-9 going for Chimaev. People are saying that probably if it would have gotten to 5 rounds, maybe Kamaru Usman would have won instead of Khamzat Chimaev. We still don't know how far he can go, if he can even last 5 rounds, because we have never really seen Chimaev last 5 rounds. We have only seen him last around 3 rounds. That's about it. But 5 rounds, I don't know. It probably could be a game changer for him. But I don't know when we are going to get a 5 round match for Chimaev, because that would be cool to actually see him go 1-on-1 against somebody that's really, really good and just going all the way 5 rounds. And could he get the decision, or can he actually get a good KO or a submission win on the last round? We still don't know yet because that person still hasn't fought him yet. And I believe the only person that can actually go up against Chimaev, you guys might believe me that I'm crazy, but like, I'm a fan of this guy. This guy is funny. He's hilarious on the UFC. Lots of people don't like him because he's a Trump supporter. I don't judge to the people who go for him, but like, this guy, I just like his character. He's just funny in the UFC, and he just makes it more exciting. I'm talking about Colby Covington. Chaos Colby Covington. I believe he can beat Khamzat Chimaev. If Colby cannot beat him, then nobody can on that division. Everybody will be in trouble. Colby is mostly known for being in the welterweight division and having great wrestling. They're probably both even on the wrestling and maybe on the speed as well. For the stamina, I can actually say that Colby Covington will actually have more stamina because Chimaev hasn't really been tested yet, going 5 rounds. Colby has actually gone 5 rounds. 10 rounds against Kamaru Usman, I believe. 10 rounds? I just know on the last match that he fought with Kamaru Usman, the second one, they went 5 rounds. And Chimaev have never went 5 rounds with anybody. So yeah, that's the fight that I'm looking forward to. If Colby Covington actually beats Leon Edwards, that's the fight I really want to see next. But I don't know if it's going to happen yet. Probably Khamzat Chimaev is going to go for the title, and he's going to try to go fight Sean Strickland. He was the guy that defeated Israel Adesanya. If Sean Strickland would have lost against Israel Adesanya, then Izzy would have gone up against Khamzat Chimaev, and that would have been another epic fight. But we still haven't gotten that one yet. Israel Adesanya, he said that he's going to take a break from the UFC. But yeah, we don't really know when he's going to come back to the UFC. He just needs some time off. Sean Strickland versus Khamzat Chimaev will probably be next. I don't know how Sean Strickland is going to do against him, but both of them have been training with each other before. So probably Sean Strickland will surprise the world, because Khamzat Chimaev is definitely going to be the favorite for this fight. I do not underestimate Sean Strickland, but I don't know, man. I don't know if he can actually keep up with Khamzat Chimaev. Khamzat Chimaev is a problem. He's just getting better and better. On this fight, man, he was more patient than any other fight that he has been on. The Gilbert Burns fight actually did help him a lot. He's just evolving, man, and I don't know if anybody will ever step up and try to fight him. Right now, he's the boogeyman of that division. Right now, he is the boogeyman of the UFC. Can anybody stop him? As of right now, I don't think so, man. Unless Colby Covington fights him. I do believe he is the guy that can take him down. But I don't know when we're ever gonna get that fight. And now I want to speak to you about the main event that happened for UFC 294. I'm just gonna speak to you about it briefly. Volkanovski actually lost against Islam Makhachev. Was I surprised? No, man. Islam is just another level, man. Islam Makhachev is just that good. But I was surprised of how far he made it in this match against Makhachev. He got KO'd in the very first round. I was in shock. I was very in shock because Volkanovski has actually been one of the best fighters for some time. And just seeing him getting KO'd by Islam Makhachev just like that, it was just so crazy, man. Islam is just on another level. Wow, man, it's just so crazy. Islam Makhachev, man, he is the champion again. You know, he was supposed to fight Charles Oliveira because since Charles Oliveira got an eye injury, he wasn't able to fight him. And Islam was supposed to fight Charles, but he never did. The same thing happened with Khamzat Chimaev. Like, he was supposed to fight Paulo Costa, but instead, Paulo Costa had a surgery, and he wasn't going to be good. He wasn't going to be ready for the fight if he had the surgery. So that is why Volkanovski, he was the guy that Islam fought, and Kamaru Usman stepped up and fought Khamzat Chimaev. Both of them lost. Yeah, both of them lost. The people that stood up to fight them, they lost. It's crazy, man. Kamaru Usman has been an epic fighter, just seeing him grow. Like, I saw that KO that he did to Jorge Masvidal like a few years back. I started watching combat sports around 2021, and I had to go back in time to see how good this guy was, because even Joe Rogan, he has said that he is one of the greats. He is one of the best welterweights of all time. And so when I saw him KO'd Jorge Masvidal, I was like, oh damn, this guy is good. This guy is good. And also when he fought Gilbert Burns, when Kamaru Usman fought him, it was a good fight. The Colby Covington fights were also pretty good as well. But yeah, man, as of right now, I believe he's just thinking if he will still be able to keep going with the UFC, because like he has lost 3 times in a row, twice against Leon Edwards, and now he has lost to Khamzat Chimaev. Yeah, man, it's just so crazy just seeing his career just going up and then just steadily going down now. I don't know, he could come back, but as of right now, he is getting older. He's 36 years old when he fought Khamzat Chimaev, and Khamzat Chimaev is 29. So it was kind of a big age gap in a way. It's just 6 years apart, but still, it was 7 years apart. It was somewhat of a big age gap when Kamaru Usman fought Khamzat Chimaev. But yeah, man, we'll see what's going to happen with Kamaru Usman. But as of right now, for Khamzat Chimaev, his next fight should be Sean Strickland. But we will see. We will see if Sean Strickland actually takes that fight. But I don't know. Let's see who he fights next. I really want to see him fight Gilbert Burns again, but as of right now, I don't think so. He's gonna fight some other guy. Who? I don't know. It's gonna be cool to see. Now switching gears, guys, I want to speak to you briefly about this movie. It just recently came out this month. It is called VHS 85. Have you guys ever seen this series of movies? There's already 6 movies of that franchise. I cannot believe it. The first one came out, I believe, in 2012. I remember going at the Redbox, just getting it because I was just so interested to see what this movie was about. Like I noticed the cover, like it had a skull with the tapes, like it just made a shape of a skull, and the tapes, they were lighting up. I told my brother that we should get this movie to see if it's any good. We were just looking through the Redbox to see if there were any good movies. So actually did tell them to get this one because it seemed interesting. And when we saw this movie, damn, were we afraid. Yeah, it was a scary movie. It was a good one. But I did prefer the second one more than the original one. After, I guess, VHS Viral, like the other ones have come out since, the stories that they tell, they're okay. They're like not as scary, but they're just strange. That's all I can really say. Like this series is an anthology one. Each tape has a different storyline, and they always come back to another plot that is happening between those storylines. You get me? Yeah, that's basically what VHS is for this franchise. In this movie, VHS 85, some of them, well, yeah, most of them, they were kind of not memorable. Maybe the only one that I really remember was the kids that went to a lake or something. They got in the water, right? And there was this lady or this girl that tried to shoot them. Supposedly they did get shot, but since they got on the water actually gave them like powers, and they weren't able to die at all. Yeah, it was just somewhat strange, but it was kind of interesting as well. And the other one too was of this kid that was like dressed in, I'll say, in a gothic outfit. He had like this dreams that supposedly there was a killer going around the town just killing people, and it turns out that it was his father all along. And not only just that, he actually recorded everything that happened when he was murdering the people. Like he sent those tapes to the police like a day early before the actual incident happened. It's just strange, man. A very strange story, but I'll say I'll give this probably a solid 6. Yeah, a solid 6 out of 10. Most of these stories, they're not supposed to make sense. They're just supposed to freak you out. I think that's their goal for this franchise. But yeah, they have actually made 6 movies for this franchise, and they're still probably going. For the past 3 years, they have been making these movies. I have to say that the one that came out last year, I actually liked that one more than the one that came out this year. The one in 22 was better than the one in 2023. But yeah, man, it's a weird franchise. Maybe they have to stop making them. I think it is time because they kind of are losing their popularity. they mostly just go to the Shudder streaming service. Shudder is like a streaming service dedicated only to horror movies and horror TV shows. So yeah, we'll see if they're ever gonna make another one. I do believe so. Yeah, I do believe probably maybe next year there's gonna be another one. It's like a yearly thing they might actually do. But yeah, man, I think that is it for this podcast, guys. Hey, thank you so much for listening. If you guys did made it this far, make sure to subscribe to the podcast on wherever it is you're listening to it. If you're listening to it on Spotify, Pandora, YouTube, make sure to follow it. And also, recommend this podcast to a neighbor or a friend that likes listening to combat sports or horror stuff. Maybe they will enjoy this podcast as much as you do as well. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for listening and always coming back every single week. I always upload my podcasts on Tuesdays at 11 p.m. Central Time. Thank you guys for always coming back. And if you're new here, welcome. Welcome to the podcast where I talk about combat sports and horror stuff. Hopefully you stay. And that is it, guys. Again, thank you so much for listening. As always, take care and live to the fullest. Bye.